Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that affects every single one of us, regardless of where we live, what we do, or what language we speak. The environment. Every year on June 5, the world comes together to celebrate World Environment Day, and in 2026, the theme is Inspired by Nature for Climate for Our Future. I absolutely love this theme because it reminds us that the solutions we are searching for are often found in the natural world around us. This year's campaign asks an important question. What kind of future are we creating today? Not 20 years from now, not someday, not eventually, but today. The environment is not a separate topic. And you know what? Sometimes we think of environmental issues as a separate category. There are environmental people, environmental organizations, environmental activists, and then there is everybody else. But the truth is that environmental issues affect all of us. The air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we eat, the parks where we walk, the trees that provide shade, the climate that influences our daily lives. The environment is not separate from us. We are part of it. Every decision we make has some connection to the natural world. When I was younger, I thought environmental awareness was mainly about planting trees. And yes, planting trees is wonderful. But as I grew older, I realized the environment is much bigger than that. It is also about how we consume, how we travel, how we shop, how we use resources, how we manage waste, and how we treat the spaces around us. So the older I get, the more I appreciate simple things. Clean air, green spaces, a peaceful morning walk, a beautiful sunset, bird song, fresh rain, and things that often seem ordinary until they begin disappearing. So, do you know why nature inspires us? One thing I find fascinating is that nature inspires almost every field. Artists find inspiration in landscapes, writers find inspiration in seasons, photographers find inspiration in sunlight, scientists find inspiration in ecosystems, architects find inspiration in natural structures. Nature teaches patience. Rivers don't compete. Flowers bloom in their own time. And perhaps there is something important we can learn from that. In a world obsessed with speed, nature reminds us of balance. For many years, climate change felt like something distant, something that would happen later, something future generations would worry about. Today, we know that is not true. Around the world, communities are experiencing heat waves, floods, droughts, and changing weather patterns. People are noticing changes in seasons, changes in rainfall, changes in temperatures. Climate action is no longer a conversation about the future. It is a conversation about the present. That is why This year's campaign focuses on action now, not later, now. Whenever environmental discussions happen, people sometimes feel overwhelmed. They think, I'm only one person. What differences can I make? The answer is simple, a lot. Not a single person can solve every environmental challenge. But every person can contribute. For example, carry a reusable water bottle. Reduce single-use plastics. Turn off lights when they are not needed. Walk or cycle short distances. Use public transportation when possible. Support local products. Plant native plants. Reduce waste. Conserve water. These actions may seem small, but when millions of people make small changes, the impact becomes enormous. And you know what? There is also the mental health side of nature. One aspect of environmental protection that is often overlooked is mental health. Nature doesn't only support ecosystems, it supports people. Some of my calmest moments have happened outdoors, walking through a park, watching a sunset, sitting beneath trees, listening to birds, spending time near water. Nature has a remarkable ability to reduce stress and restore perspective. Whenever life feels overwhelming, stepping outside often helps me reconnect with what truly matters. Perhaps that is one reason protecting nature matters so much. Because when we protect the environment, we are also protecting the spaces that help us heal. Many people think environmental action begins with governments. And yes, policies matter, organizations matter, international cooperation matters. But environmental awareness also begins at home. It begins with habits, simple habits, separating waste, avoiding unnecessary purchases, using resources wisely, repairing instead of replacing, choosing quality over quantity. These small decisions become part of a larger culture of sustainability. The phrase inspired by nature means more than admiring beautiful landscapes, because it means learning from nature. Nature teaches resilience. After storms, forests recover. After winter, springs return. And you know what? Life adapts. Life evolves. Life continues. And nature reminds us that positive change is possible. But it also reminds us that change requires effort. For those following my long stories and long days series, I think environmental action fits perfectly into this theme. Because sustainability is a long story. No single day saves the planet. No single action changes everything. Progress happens through daily choices, daily habits, daily awareness. Long stories are built one chapter at a time. Environmental progress is built one day at a time. Like the reusable bag, the planted tree, the recycled bottle, the bicycle ride, the decision to consume less. These small actions become part of a larger story. Now, what future do we want? So, for this, imagine the world 10 years from now, 20 years from now. What kind of environment do we want future generations to inherit? Do we want cleaner cities, greener spaces, healthier ecosystems, more sustainable communities? If the answer is yes, then the work begins today. Not because we are perfect, not because we have all the answers, but because every generation has a responsibility to leave something better behind. As we celebrate World Environment Day 2026, I invite you to reflect on one simple question. What is one environmental habit I can improve this year? Not 10 habits, not 50 habits, just one. Because meaningful change often begins with a single step, a single choice, a single commitment. The environment is not somebody else's responsibility. It belongs to all of us. And the future we create will be shaped by the choices we make today. Let's be inspired by nature. Let's act for the climate. And let's build a future that generations after us will be proud to inherit. Thank you for watching. Happy World Environment Day. And I'll see you in the next episode of Long Stories and Long Days.